My boyfriend uninvited me from his birthday because his friend didn't want me there.
Yeah, Josh said you'd really, mess up the vibe.
Yeah. So, me, 18 female, and my boyfriend, 18 male, oh boy, so small and young, have been together just over a year. It's been a little rocky over the last couple of months. He often says things about my friends which aren't very nice. He tried to give me ultimatums on my guy friends that I've known since I was 5, and the final straw was him uninviting me to his 18th birthday because his friend didn't want me there.
Lame.
Yeah. By the way, this story comes from a Reddit user, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. He does have a habit of twisting the truth and has come out with loads of random lies, so I don't know if they ever even said that. He doesn't like me being involved with his friends and doesn't seem to like mine too much.
Okay.
We already all know the solution here, but we're going to keep reading the story as if we don't. Okay? The only reason I can think they don't like me is one of his female friends was dumped by her ex, and she was really on him for comfort, like a lot. At first, I get it, she was upset, but I'd walk around the corridor at 6th form, and she'd be hanging onto him and around his neck crying all the time. So I asked him to please respect boundaries, as it felt disrespectful towards me. He didn't like this. So he told me he was picking her side and that his friends said I was controlling and it wasn't fun when I was around. So he uninvited me. So you break up with him, right? And we move on with the rest of our lives. This was kind of the final straw. So I said, okay, have your birthday party as you want it, and said maybe we shouldn't be together anymore if I'm not respected or wanted around. I was really hurt, but I walked away from it all and soon unfriended him on social media when I saw him talking about his newfound freedom and just posting really cryptic, mean things that seemed to be aimed towards me. Well, I'm glad you're out of there, OP. My own 18th birthday was a few weeks after, so I'd been planning my own birthday with the help of one of my friends who'd been trying to cheer me up. She informed me that he'd been posting really sad, emotional stuff on Facebook about how heartbroken he was about a week later after I unfriended him. He's also apparently planned another night out with his friends to be on the same night as my birthday night out in the same city, and I feel a bit like he's trying to now gate crash my birthday fun.
Okay.
You'd be right.
I'm going to be doing some analysis here. When do we hang out? What are we doing when we hang out? Does he even like me when we're not hanging out? And why does he not want me to hang out around special days? Once you answer all those questions, I think you should come to the consistency that you're 18 and that this is just the start of your life and you can find other people.
100%. I'm not sure if he feels bad about how he acted or if I overreacted for leaving him because I wasn't invited to his birthday. I just don't understand the sudden 180 on his attitude and wondering if I should have just accepted his wishes even if it did hurt. There's some relevant comments, but Girly Pop, I'm going to let you know right now, you don't know what you got until it's gone. Once you left, he said, oh my God, I got to get my girly back, my Girly Pop.
I miss my girlfriend.
Please don't take him back. You're 18. Everything you've written about him was like the most... he uninvited you from his birthday? That's not your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Tell him to go date his friend that said you can't come.
Yeah.
Relevant comments. Commenter 1, you're young with your whole life ahead of you. Don't waste your youth on someone who can't be honest with you or who doesn't respect you and your boundaries. I'm glad you're realizing this now when you're 18. I took much longer. OP says, you don't think I was overreacting then? No. He's very bad at apologizing, and I don't know if this is just him trying to apologize or if he genuinely just wants to snoop on my birthday event. In what universe is this him trying to apologize? What?
Dude, kids these days, it's so toxic.
Commenter number 2. It's his birthday party. If he really wanted you there, he would have told his friend to back off. If you think he's lying about them saying that, that means that you don't even have the trust with him that you should. You could reach out to his friends too. The fact he doesn't want you around his friends is weird. You're also young and you have a long time to find someone who actually cares. If you don't feel like this is worth breaking up after, talk to him and see how he acts. You're not overreacting. He's acting weird. OP says it does feel like some weird power play, but I don't know because I'm new to this and being my first serious relationship, I guess. But it almost feels like because I haven't gone groveling and crying to him, he's turning the tables, which you don't have to accept. You're young. This is your first serious relationship. You don't have to accept that.
Yeah.
He did initially try and contact me and said how lovely he was and how much he missed me. I replied with, so? And he had the audacity to say I was acting cold and how hurtful it was. Maybe I dodged a bullet. Yes, you did. Keep dodging them, though. Commenter 3, it's fine to act cold towards an ex who hurt you during the breakup. Don't let his attempts to guilt you and the societal pressure girls go through, growing up to play nice and not make a fuss, cause you to feel bad for him. That was actually a bar. I haven't even thought about that. But that is so true.
Mm-hmm.
Girls are brought up, I guess, to just be the problem solvers. Play nice. Do not let his attempts to guilt you and the societal pressure girls go through growing up to play nice and not make a fuss cause you to feel bad for him. He did this to himself. These are the consequences of his actions. If you give in and take him back, you'll be proving that he can get away with treating you like crap. OP says, yeah, I didn't really want to have any hard confrontation because I didn't want to give his friends that opinion on me. But then my mother reminded me, why do I care? They aren't my friends anyway. And she's right. Comment 4 says, not overreacting. I dated someone who made those micro lies about nothing of consequence. It's a disease and makes it so you cannot trust anything they say. You made the right decision for your own mental health. Honestly, yes. It's about the most mundane crap, too. Like, he lies constantly about everything. Like, I'm a big fan of a game series, and he lied and told me that there was a new one, and I checked. There wasn't.
He's just a little craphead.
When I called him out on these weird lies, he would get extremely defensive and said I must just have not heard him properly. Comment 5 says not overreacting, and most likely he hooked up with that friend. He did the immature boy thing, which is to push you away until you take action, and now he will guetza it. Don't take that as him caring for you. It's a I want my cake kind of thing. Let the loser go. He is a little submissive witch to his friends. You want someone who has some more autonomy and makes their own path. Also, take this as a gift. You're at a good age to be unattached and make selfish choices that will build a future you want. Don't let a dude be the author of your story. And if he crashes your birthday, treat him like a pathetic loser. I'm so serious. Practice being a mean witch. He's going to call you one anyways, no matter how this thing shakes out. Might as well get your zingers in and have a fun story about that loser ex that you mic dropped on your birthday, boosted up by all your friends. OP says, I have my suspicions that he did like her or the attention. There is one person in his class that asked if I was okay after the news went around and said this girl is apparently known for doing this stuff. I mean, I'm a little insecure, but she must be mad insecure to have done that. She can have him and his unwashed butt. Hey, there's an update.
Oh my gosh.
So my now ex, yes,
Let's go.
yes, did in fact have his night out to coincide with mine in the same city. In the places he knows I'd circle. I'm quite gothic, so I went to those kinds of bars.
Ooh.
Pretty much as I suspected he would. First off, as my friends and I were walking through the city to our next place, him and his friends come out of a place a little further ahead of us. He clocked us immediately and kept sort of dragging back and turning around and looking at us as we were walking the same direction. Honestly, it was pretty awkward. We just kind of tried to ignore him at first, but then his friends turned around to see what he was doing and noticed us too. Some came over and were really nice, considering how much they were supposedly disliking me, in his words. They were smiling and saying hello, asking what we were doing out and why didn't I come to his birthday, that they didn't realize it was mine today. He, on the other hand, said nothing. He just stood there, shifting on his feet. His group ended up inviting us along, and I was a bit hesitant. But turns out they were going to the same place we were anyway. Oh, what a shocker. So he keeps trying to talk to me, and I just brush him off with yes or no answers or whatever. And he starts crying, asking why I'm being so cold, and everything's saying, saying crap like, oh, so you really do hate me? And I'm like, dude, I'm not interested in this. It's my birthday night out. Just leave me alone.
I'm gonna need some space. Easy.
Eventually, his friends ended up moving on to a different place and wished us good night. And he starts literally screaming to them about how I'm being so heartless, blah, 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 blah,
Yikes.
and won't talk to him, and how I dumped him, and how I was likely cheating on him since my long-term friend was there, who was very understanding, and I apologized profusely to him. It was effing embarrassing. In the middle of the street, like people were looking and everything, whilst he was having this absolute meltdown about how I'm a cold-hearted witch. It's crazy. The compulsive lie, he can't stop, even about he's lying to everyone. His whole life is a lie.
Sounds like he planned this to embarrass you on your birthday night with your gals.
And it's backfiring. Some of his friends ended up just walking off while some tried to console him, whilst one of my friends reminded him he didn't want me at his birthday in the first place. Meanwhile, I'm just enjoying a cocktail with my friends, watching this all unfold like a drama series. My friends found the whole thing entertaining, so did inform me of any weird, funny crap he put on social media the next morning. And I had a couple of friend requests from some of his friends and messages saying they had a blast. His friends are now your friends. Mission accomplished.
There we go.
And by the way, I have a mission for you, and it's to listen to full episodes with stories just like this on your podcast platform of choice. Wherever you listen to podcasts, just search OK Storytime, and you can listen to almost, 65 days worth of stories now?
I lost count.
That's more than 2 months of consecutive listening worth of stories. Wow.
Approaching it fast.
So, we have a little bit more before we finish up the story here. Do you have any, closing thoughts, Mr. Strange Man who is not Riley?
Just 18, man. It's just going to be a weird ex you had in your life. That's all that there will be and should be.
Agreed. 18 is the perfect time to have this happen because now it won't happen to you when you're 28 or 38.
Yeah.
Because you remember, I was 18 when I had that compulsive liar gaslight boyfriend. All I had to do was stand up to him. Phenomenal. Let's finish this bad boy off. Of course, I had a lot of texts from his number too and missed calls, but I didn't even bother reading them. I'm too busy enjoying being free from this crap and maybe enjoying how cathartic the whole thing is. Peace. Edit, I'm from the very north of the UK. The legal drinking age here is 18. Please stop assuming the world revolves around Americanized ways. It's not the point of the post.
I love that comment.
Wow.
I feel like
funny.
it was very obvious that these people were in the UK.
Yeah,
I love
thought
that
so
comment.
too. I was thinking France.
Somewhere.
España.
Relevant comments. Number 1, good call leaving that one behind. He's a whole Twitter. Never believe for a single second his remorse is for you. It's only for his own loss. OP says, thanks. I knew immediately that his charade was only for his own benefit, either to garner sympathy or manipulate even more. It was like watching a toddler throw a tantrum. Yeah, gotta be. I know that's embarrassing, but it's most embarrassing for that guy.
Yeah.
Commenter 2 said, I'd block him if I were you. Nothing to be gained from messaging you. I agree. Happy birthday, and glad he saved the further hassle and drama he would have caused by showing his true colors. OP says, I do have him unfriended, so it all just goes into a request. I just leave it there, and I'm still slightly stung. And for a reminder for this crap I do not want to tolerate again. There we go. And that is the end of that story.
My fiance wanted to postpone our wedding after we already spent $10,000.
10 bands?
We've been in a relationship for 4.5 years. At one of our early dates where we talked about what we wanted in life, I told him about how I wanted to get married and have kids one day. He said he did too. We were on the same page about this and everything else. I see you. By the way, this comes from Practicing Pony 88. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So somewhere in the 1.5 to 2 years, he out of the blue told me that he doesn't believe in marriage and tried to get me to change my opinion. I've stayed consistent throughout, and we've had several tough conversations about how if he doesn't want to ever get married, then I need to go date other people. Ultimately, I stayed because he genuinely expressed his love for me and said that he would marry me because it's important to me.
Nope. Wrong reasoning. I'm sorry. That's one of those fundamental, do you want kids? Well, no, but I'll have them for you. Wrong. You just need to find someone who wants kids.
Oh, I see. I thought it was the fact, I don't like Aerosmith, but since it's important to you, I'll go to the Aerosmith concert.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure. If it's about an Aerosmith concert, that's different than getting married or having a kid.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay.
Okay.
He didn't want to lose me or the relationship, and consistently has told me that it's beyond anything that he's ever had and never thought he would ever have. Even today, he says I'm the only person he ever wanted to marry, and he still does. This past September, I went away on a trip for 2 weeks. In October, he proposed to me out of the blue. I was completely blown away and shocked because I didn't think we'd ever fully resolve the conversation in marriage. I did not provoke/nag or ultimatum him into proposing. He came to his own conclusion about wanting to marry me. I had literally no idea that this was going to happen, and he planned out the proposal to include both of our friends. The story of the ring blew me away even more. He spent months designing my ring, making sure that it matched my jewelry aesthetic and was just right. He had the jeweler redo a few things to get it perfect. He involved his family and artsy friends in the process, created a digital mock-up of the ring, created the band from his grandmother's wedding bands. It's truly a unique and special ring. The level of care and detail and effort touched me deeply. I was so stunned and felt so special that he did all of this out of love for me. Wow. Usually somebody looks on Etsy and just buys one from there.
I'm so torn because I can definitely understand having your fears be assuaged by all of this behavior. Like, this guy's acting like he really, really, really does want to marry you.
Yeah.
But we know where it's going.
Yeah. But dude, this feels like a train that has a lot of cars behind it, and it's going really fast.
Exactly. Yeah. Once you get that momentum, dude, that's hard to stop it.
Immediately, people started asking us when the wedding is, and with the holidays coming up, and preparing us to move in together. It was overwhelming, so we agreed to put off planning the wedding until January. It gave us some time to enjoy being engaged and enjoy each other without the pressure of wedding planning. My fiancé and I were so in love and happy and had in sync during all this. In January, I came across a venue that seemed perfect. We checked it out and both agreed we didn't have to look any further. We discussed it together and decided on October. That's when the new problem started. Wait, so they found the venue, we discussed it together and decided on October. So they're getting married in October. But that's when the new issues started. Since then, my fiancé has been extremely hot and cold with me.
Oh, I wonder why.
Very yes and no. Very in and out.
Up
Out
and
about.
down.
Up and down.
There were
Wrong
weeks
when it's right.
There were weeks when we were together, excitedly picked out caterers and DJs and wrote up the guest list, followed by him being angry at me and very critical. When I tried to understand why he attributed it to the wedding planning, he was overwhelming both of us, and we were doing ourselves no favors by trying to plan a wedding in under a year. It also surfaced that he was genuinely hurt that I had not moved into his house yet. I'd been moving in for over a year now. I spent at least 4 nights there per week, but still have my own apartment about 15 minutes away from his house. My move stalled primarily because he loves his house. A fixer-upper that has been more fixer than upper for the majority of time that I've known him. Even though I don't love the neighborhood, I rent my apartment and agree to move in if he'd add closets, an oven, yes, there was no oven, a dishwasher, washer and dryer, and get rid of his creepy roommate. Yeah, that sounds like basic necessities.
Yeah.
He fought me on this stuff for a long time and was incredibly inflexible. I think his guy friend agreeing with me opened his eyes. I wasn't going to compromise on my home needs since my fiance is well off and had chosen to live like a college kid in a frat house. Standing my ground worked, and the house is now in a place where I can comfortably move in. I know my lack of moving hurt him, and he felt stupid for telling people I was about to move in with him, and then it never happened, and he had to field questions of why. He also did this to himself a bit by jumping the pew and telling people. I've apologized profusely for hurting him. Until recently, I didn't understand how deeply it affected him. He now understands and acknowledges the role he played in my not moving and has apologized. Fast forward to last Friday. I'd put in a new grueling work project that had me working over 60 hours per week. My fiance has been hot and cold to me for months now, and after a long week, he tells me that he wants to postpone the wedding. I go ballistic because this means canceling the wedding since we've had several non-refundable deposits totaling over $10,000. He had told all of our friends and family to save the date. The wedding is 90% planned, and my dad has been planning an elaborate party for us this summer. The thought of telling everyone is humiliating, and the huge amount of money that will be lost. I told my fiance that he's paying for all the money, and we won't get it back. He's been splitting costs 50-50. He got me a check for over $10,000, the total on the spot, and didn't care about any of my feelings about canceling. So it's not a money issue. He just really wants to push it back.
Yeah, I think it.
Here's his reasoning. Are you ready?
Yes.
His reason for wanting to postpone is that he wanted us to live together longer than October wedding would allow. While I get this, it completely disregards the fact that I was trying to move in earlier in the year, but his behavior had to put the brakes on. I seriously didn't expect this problem to last so long. We had lows in our relationship that have had bumps in the road, not the new reality. In my anger and hurt, I've been doing a lot for our relationship lately, trying to cheer him up and put my emotions aside. I told him that he either marries me in October or we're done.
I think you should you can't keep kidding yourself, OP.
Is this a wild ultimatum?
Yes, because it's not going to change anything. It's just going to push it down the line.
I don't want to postpone to some hypothetical date that will never happen, but then he strung along for a few years. He assured me that he wouldn't be the case, but then tonight, well, actually, I may be right about it. He then said he felt backed into a corner and just says anything to get out of it. He then starts telling me about this pattern of brokenness that has followed him around his whole life, which I knew about before, and we had discussed it many times. His hot and cold behavior, which he is now claims it's been our entire relationship. I just didn't see it. His greedy selfishness, how he never wants to get married, his history of sabotaging relationships, etc. Don't sabotage yourself right now. And after the story, go to your freaking favorite podcast platform, search up OK Storytime on Apple, iHeartRadio, or Spotify, and you will not be sabotaging your life by listening to advice from us. We're going to finish this story out. I asked him to flat out if he wants to break up with me, and he said no repeatedly. Just couldn't stop hurting me, and it created a cycle of hurting me, feeling ashamed and sad. And in the cycle, he's gone to yet another extreme. He said he's never wanted to marry anyone aside from me, but he also was scared of his hot and cold and stringing me along. Has anyone else been in a similar situation, and what did you do? I can't sleep, can't eat, I'm beyond hurt, and I don't want to be with anyone else. I've mentioned all the bad here, but there's been a lot of good, more so, in our relationship. I'm so upset. We have one comment.
I can tell you because I am this guy in a lot of ways.
Oh, wow.
And the version of me that was that guy would not be able to change while still in a relationship with you. It's just going to, the cycle will repeat, and then you'll both feel terrible, and then you'll try again, and nothing will fundamentally change because it kind of can't while you're still in it, or at least I couldn't.
Yeah.
So,
listen.
Well, let's read it.
In marriage, it's a lot more than a wedding. Do not fall into the trap so many make of focusing on getting married rather than focusing on establishing the foundation of a healthy relationship that can be sustained after a wedding. Why in the world would you want to go ahead with a wedding in light of all the issues that have come to light? How is getting married going to address them? Regarding living together, I absolutely agree with you, fiancé. The issue needs to be resolved before the wedding. It hasn't happened for 2 years. The issues you have with the apartment are not going to magically go away. You both need to ensure that you are, in particular, are 100% comfortable with the living situation. And yes, some folks do live together before marriage, but the majority don't. There are aspects of your partner and aspects of yourself that neither of you would have the opportunity to explore without having had lived together for a significant time, at least 1+ years. So many more issues that cause conflict in relationships will only show up when you live together. He then started telling me about his pattern of brokenness, that comment. This man is giving you a critical information here, and you were just brushing his very serious concerns aside. Would you prefer he share these concerns after the wedding? Yes, he should have brought this up way earlier, but that is a moot point now. He's bringing it up now. What are you going to do about it? Your relationship is desperately crying out for some premarital counseling. Postpone the wedding. I agree. Counseling before a wedding or therapy. I've talked to Angie about going to therapy about 2 years in to our relationship. We'll probably will, because it's getting serious and we need to start having serious conversations about, hey, what would this look like? How would we want to do it? And not like that we have any problems, but it's like taking the car to get maintenance done, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I would never down talk therapy. I feel like you guys can. It's not necessarily always needed though.
It's not that we have a lot of problems. It's how we communicating well. It's like going to a coach.
I don't know. I guess.
No. A lot of people think therapy, like immediately, is like, oh, there's something negative happening. No, it's just like,
Yeah. My parents went to therapy whenever they were at rock bottom. They surprisingly got through it and they're good now. But now they do therapy. There's nothing really going on. But it's like maintenance. It's like we're just working out the kinks and it's nice. Yeah.
My fiance said I was the best suitor while cheating with 3 other guys.
Well, that's how she knew you were the best.
Background: Jane and I, former high school sweethearts of 1.5 years, broke up after our first year of university when I kissed another girl at a party. I am remorseful to this day for what I did, and I told her the truth the next day and ended things as she deserved better and I needed to work on myself. By the way, this comes from a deleted user, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit and submit them there.
Do it.
So, after a brief reconnection at a club 6 or so months later, we saw each other frequently and decided to work on the relationship. Tragedy struck while we were working on things. I got a random call from the hospital to pay a visit to my mother. I went there with Jane, and the doctor and care worker informed me that my mother had unrecoverable internal brain bleeding,
Ooh.
and there was no choice but to disconnect her from life support.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's
a
very
horrible
tough.
moment.
Yeah. Wow.
I was devastated, and a month later, my grandfather, who was my father figure, passed away as well. Jane became my support during these dark times, and we resumed our relationship. However, my struggles with drinking due to depression and nonstop work led to another breakup a few months later, as she couldn't witness my life go in the direction it was going. I mean, I don't think after that much loss, you were really ready to step into a relationship.
No, but like it is rough for someone to be like, you just had a lot of stuff go bad. I'm going to make it worse.
Yeah, being like, I'll get with you. Nah, actually, I didn't know what I was signing up for.
Yeah.
I'm out.
You've got
It's
a lot
called-
of trauma.
it's called
Bye.
character development.
I think
Yeah.
that was actually called buyer's remorse.
You're going to
Dang,
thank me
ouch.
later.
Despite the breakup, Jane remained a supportive friend throughout our early 20s, 20 to 24. Stop it. You're not the arbiter of early 20s. I'm 29 in my early 20s. I asked Jane to get back together when we were 24, but she declined as she had grown out of who she used to be and wanted different things in life. She then moved away to another province, and I never spoke to her after that. After a 1.5-year-ish hiatus, she moved back to my province in December of 2021. I randomly got a message from her asking to get dinner, and I accepted. I dropped the drinking, I had gotten my health together, and got a mid-6-figure salary job while she was away from my life. She was shocked at how much I changed, and we hit things off very well. After the dinner, we saw each other almost every day for 2 weeks before she asked me to get back together. She gave me time to think, and I eventually accepted. Things have been perfect these last 2 years. We got a place together, we talked about having kids. I proposed to her 6 months ago. Our relationship has been perfect. All caps.
I don't think so.
I feel like there's a big
I don't think
butt
so.
coming.
Big old butt coming.
A big old pork butt.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Our relationship has been perfect. I get along with her parents and siblings. We communicate, we respect our boundaries, and I truly love her. Fast forward to now, and she's on a 2-week work trip. We have an open phone, email, blah, blah, blah policy. And yesterday, I discovered unsettling information from the first 2 months of our renewed relationship through an old work phone of Jane's I went through, starting in December of 2021. It has had every iMessage and text saved since this time because of her iCloud login. Here's what I discovered. She told her friends I was the best out of multiple suitors because of my
Oh.
career and physique in December 2021, a week after getting back together with me. And how do we feel about that, Sophia?
Not good.
Right. And we
Very
feel
bad.
we feel very not good, bad. Why is that we feel bad?
because she cheating.
Yeah, she's
Bad.
it's a false pretense.
It's bad.
She slept with 3 different dudes while dating me when she went out with her old friend in the first 4 to 5 weeks of our relationship. We both got STI tests in March of 2022, which was her idea. She had this is how long have you had this open policy?
Yeah.
Why'd you go through the work phone? Were you suspicious? Like, has this been eating away at you? Like, Anyway, she had a sugar daddy account for months that she deactivated 4 weeks into our relationship, and one while we were in university for our first year, during the first time we were together, and was still talking to multiple people on it. She asked her friends if she should message her other ex in January of 2022.
Who are these friends that she's talking to?
Yeah.
Where is she getting her advice from?
I don't know.
Is it like one of the magic 8 balls?
It's ChatGPT.
She's like, should I get back with my ex? And the 8 ball's like, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Come back later.
Remains to be seen.
Yeah.
Answer's unclear. In late January 2022, according to all the messages, she recognized her terrible decisions, cut off her bad friends, the ones that she partied with or supported the infidelity, and committed to therapy for infidelity and trauma. This is all new information to me. Knowing her now, this doesn't even seem like stuff she would do. I did a deep dive on the data on socials and everything. I have a comp sci background, and all of it seems true. All the guys and old friends have been blocked and are still blocked on all her socials. All accounts deactivated. I can see the dates of everything. Is there a way back from this, Sophia?
No. I mean, honestly, I think that OP is coming to us like, hey, like she's changed. I do think he needs to realize, though, that she has lied to him this whole time. Yeah, maybe she's changed, but she never told him the truth. She still cheated on him and didn't tell him.
She really has changed and is still going to therapy, but I am in shock right now. We are supposed to get married next year in June. I'm facing disbelief and confusion, especially because she's been saying amazing things about me and expressing her love to her friends, family, coworkers, etc. in the messages since January of 2022. She seems to have completely left that life behind. I have 12 years of history with her, and I've seen that she's changed, but lying like that to me for a month or two makes me feel like a sucker. I was considered an option and ended up being the best one while she got to test the others. Is this relationship salvageable? We have some comments. Let's go ahead and read them because we literally asked that exact same question and played it out already.
Mm-hmm.
So comment number 1. She cheated and knowingly exposed you to the risk of STIs. She lied to you for the last couple of years. She only gave up the other guys for now because you make more money than they do, and she didn't want to risk losing that by getting caught. I mean, you could certainly jump to that conclusion because you've not talked about it.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily know if that's right.
I think there is a world where she feels really badly and does genuinely believe in their relationship. However, it doesn't excuse anything she did.
Right.
She can regret what she did, but she still did it. Yeah.
She still did the thing.
And she still hasn't told them. So
she was ready to jump into a relationship as soon as she found out that you now have money. I don't even know if that's true. Then told her friends that she liked you more than the other multiple people she was seeing at the same time because of your money. She will absolutely cheat on you again when she thinks she won't get caught and isn't risking the dough, which would be after marriage. She doesn't genuinely love you and never will.
Dang.
If you stay with her... This commenter clearly went through something.
Yeah. Commenter did not
I don't
read the story.
I'm going to just go to the next comment because I don't agree with that guy.
Yeah.
Comment 2, did she ask to see your teeth? Did she run her hand down your flank? He's a prized specimen.
He's a prized pony, this one. He's going to be fast.
He's going to run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to put him in the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, yeah. He's going to win us a whole lot of money.
They're going to be rich. So congratulations. You got bought at the stud auction. I'm being sarcastic. She has not changed. Going through therapy. Is she actually going through therapy? Did she actually repent, or is she just selling everyone a bill of goods? Okay. Again, I don't agree with that. That person knows absolutely nothing about if they changed or not.
Yeah.
I think OP clearly said that they did change.
Yeah, he noticed a change. But again, it's like, I just don't agree with those comments in the way that they're saying it. But I also agree that, this might not be a relationship that can be fixed.
We have an update right now. Ooh, I didn't even think about this. Some people mentioned she broke up with me over a kiss the first time we dated.
That's a good point. I forgot about that.
Oof.
That's a good freaking point. Wow. Yikes.
Oh. Yeah, no, I don't think it's salvageable actually anymore.
I forgot about that.
I did. I forgot about that.
Ooh.
I don't think I can get through that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's rough.
When I told her she wanted to work things out, and now I'm realizing it's because she was on the sugar daddy app. but I declined because I wasn't the right person for her given I cheated and needed to work on things. According to the text I've seen, she only went out to dinners and coffee. Even said she had a feeling a guy wanted more than friendship to her friend, so she blocked a guy. We were exclusive December 2021 when she asked me to get back together. I'm not going to do anything while she's away or bring it up. I'm going to sit on it until she gets back and most likely bring it up to her. I'm definitely postponing the engagement. I don't know how to move forward or if I want to continue the relationship at this point. And we have a final update. I FaceTimed her and she kept on pressing me about my tone and body language. And I told her everything I discovered and she broke down in tears. She's wanting to end her work trip early to come back tomorrow, a 5-ish hour flight. I insisted that she doesn't because I need more time to think. In reality, I've made my decision. I'm packing all of her things and ending the engagement and relationship overall.
Yeah.
Which I think is the right call.
I agree. I think there was a world where maybe they could have fixed it, but it's not this one.
And it's even worse when you were such
Yeah.
a man of principle that
Yeah.
when you cheated, you said, you deserve better.
Yeah.
And she has literally none of those principles,
No.
clearly. So it is the best call.
It just sucks because, like, she says she went to therapy. She says she's changed, and maybe she's changed enough to not cheat on you actively. But her therapist hasn't encouraged her to tell you the truth.
I mean, maybe they have.
Yeah, and then she
And
hasn't
she's
done
just
that.
not, 'cause
in which case she hasn't learned anything.
Consequences are scary. Consequences are scary. I want to personally thank all of you for your advice. Having your perspective on the situation really opened up my eyes. I am not a suitor. I am not a bank. I am not an option. Regardless of our history, I deserve to be loved by someone that genuinely loves me for who I am, and not for what I have. And by the way, we have so many full episodes with stories just like this that you can listen to on basically any podcast platform. Whatever your podcast app of choice is, or just search OK Storytime. You can listen to over 2,000 episodes.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. I think we're creeping up on 2,500 now.
Dang, that's a lot more.
So yeah, we have a little bit of the story left. Do you have any closing thoughts or statements?
I think this
we're
was the
very
right-
straightforward on it.
I think this was the right decision. I think she cheated on you. You thought about it. You realized, I can't forgive her for this, and you broke up. At least she did it before the marriage.
A true Michelin star recipe
Yeah.
for a better, more peaceful life for you, OP.
Agreed.
I won't lie, I am heartbroken, but I know I saved myself a life of pain thanks to all of you. For those that have taken the path of forgiveness and got betrayed again in the long term, I want to especially thank you. You didn't deserve what you went through. You are all wonderful and amazing people, and I hope you get everything you want in life. Your perspective and rationale saved me. I am forever grateful to you. Thank you again for opening up my eyes and putting everything in the past and moving forward. Good
Onward
job.
and upward.
Excelsior. That is the end of that story.